Hey guys, welcome to my second video now. In this video, as I said previously, in my first video I will be just quickly going over the results of the round of 16 first leg matches of the UEFA Champions League 2010-2011, as well as just giving my predictions on how the second legs will go and who will advance through the quarters. This video comes a little earlier than I thought I would do it, but I thought I'd just try to squeeze it in tonight before I start my tute work for tomorrow. Okay, so I guess we'll start off with Milan and Tottenham. Tottenham won 1-0 over at the San Siro, somewhat surprisingly, although to be fair to Milan, they had injuries to both Andrea Pirlo and Kevin Prince Boateng, while Mark van Bommel was cup tied, so arguably that's their starting midfield trio right there, as well as Antonio Cassano, who's been really impressive. He's also cup tied. But you know, in the end, they should have had the quality to wrap up that first match, and they didn't, and it was Peter Crouch giving Tottenham the win on 80 minutes. And so the second leg should be a great game. It should be an open game. Milan have no choice but to really take the game by the horns, which also means that they'll be susceptible to a lot of counter-attacks, and Tottenham will be really dangerous, particularly with Gareth Bale back playing on that left wing, and he'll be able to expose the Milan fullbacks. And so I'd expect Milan to have a defensive midfielder dropping back and double teaming him, maybe Flamini or Ambrosini or someone like that. But in the end, I think Milan will score, but I think Spurs will come out with a 2-1 win in a similar scoreline as was the case against Inter at White Hart Lane a couple of weeks ago. But Milan do have what it takes to win, though. I could be wrong, and it should be a cracker of a game, and I'll definitely pencil that one in. Valencia and Schalke drew 1 all over in Spain. Schalke are only 10th in the Bundesliga at the moment, but they're doing really well in the Champions League. Raul was the one that got the relatively late equaliser, and he now becomes the all-time leading scorer in European history, overtaking Pippo Inzaghi, who's probably the best poacher in the game. So congrats to him. I think Schalke should have too much quality over in Germany, and I think they'll win 2-0 with guys like Raul and Huntelaar up forward. They shouldn't have too many problems advancing to the quarters. Roma lost at home to Shakhtar Donetsk. They tend to give away goals in quick succession, and that was the case here, as it was against Genoa last week, where they went down from 3-0 in front. They lost 4-3, and basically it was just too hard to come back from that, and I think it will be too hard for them to overturn the result over in the Ukraine. Shakhtar have an incredible record over at the Donbass Arena. I don't think they've lost there, actually, not in European matches at least, and which is incredible considering the type of opposition that they faced, including that win against Arsenal in the group stage. I think they've also got some quality players like Eduardo and Chigrinsky, and I think they'll run out 2-1 winners. Alright, next match. Arsenal and Barcelona. It was a great game, and as I thought, Arsenal came away with maybe a bit of an upset 2-1 win. They overcame David Villa's early goal. In the second leg, both teams have to be really careful to not give anything away. Obviously, if Arsenal score first, they go 3-1 up, and Barcelona in deep trouble. Barcelona score first, then you know they're ahead on away goals, and Arsenal will be playing catch up right from the get-go. So there are huge ramifications for conceding first, but I think Arsenal should manage to score and at least go through with a draw. I'm tipping a 2-2 draw, and whatever does happen, I think the winner of this the winner of or whoever advances through to the quarters out of these two teams will probably be the favourite to win the entire thing. Barcelona, I mean, you can't write them off because they're obviously one of the greatest teams that we've seen in history, right up there with the great Milan team of the 90s. So yeah, who can rule them out? But I think Arsenal will go through. Lyon drew at home with Real Madrid 1-1. Real couldn't break the Lyon curse that they have, but they do take away a away goal advantage. And so, you know, being coached by Mourinho and with Mourinho having that incredible home record, he hasn't lost a home game since 2002 with Inter, Porto and Chelsea, and also Real Madrid. I think they should get over the line. I'm tipping a 2-0 result, I think. The next match is Copenhagen and Chelsea. Chelsea won 2-0 away, and Ancelotti keeps his job at least for another week. There's a lot of talk that he'll face the sack, but personally, I just think Roman Abramovich has just got too much money, and he's just too keen to hire and fire coaches willy-nilly like that. And you know, soon, if he does fire Ancelotti, there won't be many coaches with the quality of Ancelotti left. So I think he's at least safe until the end of the season. We'll see what happens from there on in. But he did win the double, don't forget, last season with an ageing squad, and the first double, you know, that Chelsea have managed since ever, I think. So and don't forget what he did in 2007 with Milan. Had a pretty poor Serie A campaign, but ended up winning that Champions League final against Liverpool. So I think they'll win 2 or 3-0 at home and go through to the quarters pretty easily. Inter lost at home to Bayern with a late Mario Gomez strike off that parried save from Julio Cesar. Inter had 5 or 6 chances to put Bayern away, but to be fair, Bayern also hit the woodwork a couple of times. It's a result that's going to be hard to overturn in Germany. Inter do have a better team, and they're playing really well under Leonardo, but Bayern are also finding form now in the Bundesliga, and I think they'll win 2-1. Sorry. I could also see Inter maybe even managing a draw, but obviously that won't be enough. So I think Bayern will advance, unfortunately. And finally, Manchester United came away with a 0-0 result over in France against Marseille. They continue to be effective without really impressing, but you know that's also usually a sign of a good team. They still manage results when they're not playing so well, and it's not the worst result in the world in any case. And they, I guess, take pole position heading back to Old Trafford, but they got to be careful not to concede as well. But I think they should run out 1 or 2-0 winners. So I think, yeah, that basically covers all of the games. I'd be interested to know what you guys think. Yeah, that'll just about do it for tonight, I think. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. I'm only just starting out. This is my second video, so if you can help me out there, that would be very much appreciated. I hope to put up a new video on something pretty soon, as soon as I figure out something to say about something. So yeah, for now we'll just leave it at that, and take it easy, guys.